What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the final matchup of the night. We've already had 3 insane series today. Can we keep it going with a 4th one? Honestly, I have good faith that we will. Got another banger of a matchup in store for us, and I'm joined by none other than the Jaegers Beast, Hurricane Jaegers, some also know him as. What's going on?
Happy to be here, merely ready for a really hype matchup. We got so many household names in this one. We got Bagels, Arrow Snacks. We got Luca, Caden, and also Zen. It should be a good one.
I absolutely hope it will, and I think it has a very good chance of being. We are quite behind schedule, so I think we're going to go ahead and try to start this one as quickly as possible. I just real quick, we'll talk quite a bit more about these teams, but I want to get your prediction real quick for this one before we head into it.
Oh, this is gonna be a tough one as they went even in the regular season, but I'm gonna take Pinnacle in 7. I want to see another Game 7 merely.
I want to see another Game 7 as well, and you know, if we do go to Game 7, as an added benefit, I will be putting on this hat next to me. If
I
you
got
can
my
still
hat
see
as
it.
well.
Game 7 hats at the ready. We'll see if we can get a 3rd one for the night. That would be absolutely crazy. But no matter what happens, we've got plenty of craziness in store for us as we're going to get this first matchup underway. Caden taking to the air already. This man known for his mechanics and his game sense. In the Titan lobbies, even still, he manages to shine above consistently. And all these players do, which is why they've made it this far. Really just standing out from the crowd, and as I say that, there's an unfortunate miss, but we'll disregard that. Both of these teams have had a tough run so far. Now they're facing each other, standing in each other's ways to get into the grand finals. As Zen looking for the clear here. Bagels gonna take control, try to 50 Luca, gets a huge 50, actually passing it off to Temp. Can't quite find the shot, and I'm not sure actually if Temp is Snack, just with a different name, or if it is someone else. I have been informed that it is actually his sub, and the loss of Snack might actually have a huge impact on the Reaper's roster, but it won't so far, as he's actually going to be the first player to score in this lobby.
I mean, it looks like the sub's gonna make you eat your words, as he's gonna get a quick one here past Caden.
And we'll chalk that one up to the caster's curse. You know, I shouldn't have been talking that way. Obviously, it was bound to happen. But still, Snack is someone that we've seen pop off on stream multiple times, especially on, I believe it was Wednesday of last week. Although Bagels now going to secure another one. Reaper's already up 2 goals here.
The Bagel's mechanics are showing ever since he got that new PS5 controller. He thinks he's better with that Xbox controller, but that goal will begs to differ.
And that might be a little bit of proof that PlayStation is superior to Xbox. Just kidding, I'm not serious. Please don't flame me down in the comments. But regardless, Reapers are up 2 goals here now, off to as good of a start as they could hope for. I will point out that the last goal was off of a big mistake from Pinnacle. Zen just couldn't read the backboard, something that I'm sure he does the majority of the time, but that time it will lead to a goal scoring opportunity. And Pinnacle definitely still not out of it, as they will have an open net here. Caden able to put it past the last defender out of position, and now they bring it to only within 1.
I mean, the big difference between Titan and every other league is they actually hit the open net, which is sometimes the hardest shot. But Caden's gonna put one in past the defense and lessen the lead.
And the lead will be small now. Plenty of time left to be played. Pinnacle won't really be feeling the effects of that 2-goal lead for very long. This Arrow beats out the attacker to the ball. Caden tries to take a shot, maybe just getting it off the backboard, but either way, a good 50 from the Reapers. Now Arrow might have an opportunity here. This is a dangerous position. Gets the stealing shot, but a huge save from Caden. Waited until the last possible second and barely gets the save on that one.
No, Arrow's known for making montages, and Caden just saved himself from appearing in one right there.
He definitely did, and he'll be happy to not have to watch that one back 15 times, as Arrow certainly would have been posting that everywhere. But still, the Reapers only ahead by 1, thanks to good defense by Pinnacle. But can they break out, get another goal, and tie this one up? Here comes Caden, looking for a pass to Luca. Gets it high off the backboard. The ball's still lingering in the Reapers' half. Temp tries to get it clear, but shut down once again. Now it will be Luca on the dribble. Gets it past 1, and Temp back just in time. Smart of him there to cut in field. Even though it wasn't a back post rotation, he recognized that he had to try and intercept the play before Pinnacle could get a good shot opportunity on target. Pinnacle's still fighting, maintaining possession, but not finding anything yet. That's a huge demo, though. Luca gets a shot on target. Arrow with a huge save. It was a lofty ball, but still had to be very careful there. As Caden coming, looking for the double touch. Surely he has it, but it's blocked at the last second. And Temp, once again, coming through huge on defense.
Temp really showing up big in this game. Right when we were saying we don't know how a snackless Reapers would fare, he's really showing up to the occasion nearly.
I'd be forced to agree, just looking at his performance, even just looking at the statistics. Even though he is on the bottom of the leaderboard, I don't think he's been credited for all of the defensive plays that he has made, saves and whatnot. Definitely proving to be a useful part of this Reapers roster. There's still plenty of Rocket League left to be played. Zin looking for the pass to Caden. Caden can't quite get the shot on target. And Bagels will get possession. Blocked out once again, and this could be another play for Pinnacle, but Caden is just a tiny bit too slow to the ball. Can't quite get there before the defender. The ball will be sent out of the Reapers' half once again. They're in a good position now. If they can score one here, they'll definitely be in a comfortable state, and they will manage to do just that.
A shot by Arrow, and making Pinnacle pay off the mistouch. I'm not sure who that was on the defense, but I mean Pinnacle, like, known for underestimating their opponents a little bit, and I don't think Lou has played in the Dominus before. I'm not too sure.
Well, you know, I don't want to call them out so forthright, but that was Zin we saw, who did just kind of pass the ball to Arrow, giving him a free shot, and it was also Zin who we saw missing the backboard read to give the Reapers their second goal. Obviously, these are some high-stakes mistakes that he is making, but not mistakes that you would expect at the Titan level, especially since we have Zin be an absolutely phenomenal player in the past. Maybe feeling a little bit of nerves or just otherwise not playing at his peak currently, but either way, Pinnacle's going to have to do a little bit better if they want to take this series. Now already down 1 game, and the Reapers, even though it felt like, to me at least, they spent the majority of their time in their own half, they did a really good job on defense and did a really good job of converting the few opportunities that they had.
I mean, Reapers just outshot Pinnacle. I believe it's 7-2, and I mean, which is amazing being on the defending side most of the time. But I do think that Pinnacle is underestimating Reapers just a little bit, which is odd from a team that got swept by them last time they met.
Yeah, it definitely is a little bit odd. Maybe the subtraction of Snack giving the Pinnacle team a little bit too much confidence, but they're definitely going to have to be a little bit more careful in the following games. Already down 0-1, and I don't really think we expected to see the Reapers come out this strong, maybe even with Snack. Pinnacle has been a dominating force in the Titan League for the entire season, and with their main roster, we didn't expect them to crush the Reapers necessarily, but we definitely expected them to put up a huge fight. And so far, the Reapers have been able to match everything that Pinnacle has been doing and more.
No, Reapers are definitely one of the top tier teams in Titan. And I mean, they're one of the teams that put an L in the loss column for Pinnacle. And you got to remember, merely, Bagels is a champion from last season. I mean, teaming up with Luca, of course, but it takes three to make a team.
It definitely does. And Bagels, one of those players you can never count out. Obviously, his teammate Luca, who he did win the championship with last season, now he is facing against, as Luca is on the Pinnacle roster in this season. A little bit of a rivalry there, not necessarily a bad one. I do think that they always have a lot of respect for each other. Um, and we will be holding off a little bit to get this one started, as there was a server reset. I think we will be leaving the lobby once again, or maybe we won't be. Maybe
Uh,
it'll just be starting, and it looks like we will get this one underway just in time. Caden joined quite a bit early, but he managed to keep the lobby alive, so a reset was not necessary. A little bit clutch, a little bit of a mistake, but he made up for it in the end. And now Pinnacle are going to have to try and fight back from the one-game
oh,
deficit, and they will very quickly get a goal. That was extremely fast. It was a pinch off the defender, but Zin will be the first to score in this one.
I mean, 6 seconds in, you expect a kickoff goal, maybe, but that wasn't even a kickoff goal. And Zin already making up for his past mistakes back in game one.
And they did have a little bit of extra time to prepare for this one. Maybe Pinnacle just taking a breath. No tactical timeout needed. Just a server reset. Although one goal in the first 6 seconds, not always indicative of how everything will go. Arrow here on the dribble. Gets it to his teammate, who
Ooh.
will shoot bottom right, but can't quite get the goal. And more pressure from the Reapers. But Pinnacle escapes unfazed and unscathed. That's a quick counter attack. Bagels can't get to that one, and Zen already has 2 goals to his name in game 2.
Maybe it was just a laggy server, Mealy, because Zen is showing up for this one. Is going to make the defense pay with that long shot.
And it looked like Bagels there just didn't expect the shot so fast. It was a very quick counter attack, quick passing play by Pinnacle. He just barely, Bagels just barely drove up
Oh,
the field a tiny bit. But it turned out that that millisecond was just enough to give Pinnacle the opportunity to shoot. Now they're already up 2 goals in game number 2. Quite a bit of role reversal here, as this was the position that the Reapers found themselves in the first game. But can the Reapers do a better job of forging a comeback? We'll have to find out. As Bagels will take possession in the corner. Actually, chooses to get a touch that maybe wasn't so favorable. Hits it down. Still, Arrow will retain possession. And this ball off to the side. Luca slowing down the play, looking for the dribble, but the Reaper's not interested in playing any mind games with him, knowing how dangerous he is. That's something we haven't really talked about yet, how dangerous so many of the players in this lobby are. Luca, one of the top players in the Titan League, has won at least 1 championship. I want to say that he's won at least 2, maybe even 3. Just seems unstoppable at times.
I mean, a few championships. Zinviz gonna score himself a hat trick. But as
And
I was
Zin,
saying,
another one.
really, As I was saying, Luca like won himself a couple of MVPs as well. So I mean that's where you want to be, best of the best in Titan. But I'm sure a few other players have something to say about that.
Definitely, and I think that's all you need to say about him to make it known that he is one of the top competitors in the entire Nemesis League. Although you and me, Jaegers, we did take him to game 5 and 6-mans the other day, so that might mean that we're top competitors as well. Obviously, I am joking, as Luca would absolutely crush us if he was ever trying. But we are seeing here now the strength of Pinnacle when they are operating at full
Oh no!
force. 3 goals. Although they might be giving back 1 now. What a save! It won't be enough, but some insane acrobatics from the Pinnacle to keep the ball out of their net, if only for a little bit.
Just an awkward touch by Zinva is gonna set up the goal for Reapers. But I mean, Luca and Zin made it combined for a diving save that unfortunately bounced mid, and uh, Solid Temp is just gonna put it in.
It was definitely a solid attempt, but not quite cleared far enough to avoid the Reapers scoring. And now they're 2 goals down, still doable. Will be difficult. But the Reapers, we have seen, have what it takes. As Luca looking for the flip reset, looking for the musty
Oh,
flick. Gets a 50 off of the musty flick. But it won't quite be fast enough to be threatening enough. This is a huge demo, though, and that shot's going to go on target. Luca taking a lot of shots now. Pinnacle seems to be ramping up the offense even more. But still holding on to that 3-goal lead. As Zin gonna look for the touch out. Gets a nice pinch. Caden with the follow-up. They'll go off the backboard, but possession of the Reapers once again as another clear out. And Pinnacle, I mean, they just look, Jaegers, right now. They just look like they're dominating the Reapers in the pressure department.
oh, for sure. It looks like Pinnacle woke up, and after that game one, I was talking about Luca Dominus, but he changed to the Octane, and it's paying off for him.
It seems like it. And, I did say that it seems like Pinnacle is dominating Reapers in the pressure department. As I said that, I checked the statistics, and the Reapers and Pinnacle are actually exactly tied in the shot department right now. I'm not really sure how, because it seems like Pinnacle has the ball in the Reapers half the majority of the time, but the Reapers are still putting up so much of a fight. They're just not able to convert as many of their shot opportunities as Pinnacle is right now.
Well, the difference being is that Pinnacle is putting more difficult to save shots on target, as Reapers have had 6 saves compared to Pinnacle's 4. So it's not necessarily about shots merely; it's all about meaningful shots. Like you could just bang
Exactly.
the ball off the backboard all day and nothing will come for it. But it's whenever you put it on target, that's when the defense sweats.
Precisely, and that's something that Pinnacle is so good at. One of the reasons they've been so dangerous.
Oh
This
man,
could be another shot for the Reapers, though. With 18 seconds left, they'll bring it within 1.
I mean anything's doable. Like down by 1 goal with 18 seconds left. If anyone could do it, it's this Reapers team.
And we've definitely seen it is possible. Even with their sub, they look like they're still playing at such a high level. Really bringing it to Pinnacle. But they only have a limited amount of time now as the clock is
Oh,
ticking. This is going to go off the backboard. Could be an opportunity. Arrow is
oh!
there for the shot, and he's going to send it home.
Reapers are just gonna send Pinnacle scrambling with. It looks like one of the Reapers players faked the ball, caught Pinnacle off guard, and Reapers just gonna bang that in top shelf for the equalizer.
And having a comfortable lead for the majority of the game, now Pinnacle actually might be a little bit nervous as it seems we are about to be headed into overtime, or potentially even worse. Sin tries to get this one, but the ball will be sent down, and now we do have overtime after a game that Pinnacle surely will feel that they should have won in regulation. But regardless, we will have ourselves an overtime on our hands, as the first possession will belong to the to Pinnacle, excuse me. This ball bounced middle. Arrow gets a clear out. And Temp just annoying Luca in the corner, forces him to not be able to make a controlled touch, not the touch that he wants. Here
Oh,
comes Bagels looking for the block from Caden. Actually, oh my goodness, it almost works as Caden was able to see, have good visibility, and recognize that if he hit the ball into Arrow, that would surely be a goal. But Arrow back again, looking for the air dribble. Can't quite get it past Luca. So close to scoring, and the Reapers still putting on so much pressure, but nothing to show for it yet. So here comes Temp. Looks for the hit middle. It's a bit slow. Luca will be able to block it, but Bagels now looking for the redirect. Actually gets a touch, maybe looking for an air dribble. Arrow up as well. The third up for Reapers as well. Luckily, he is able to make a touch. Gets it off the backboard. But dangerous positioning from the Reapers. Luckily for them, I think they will be able to get back in time to deal with the counterattack. As Temp gets another hit, clears in off the backboard. Maybe looking for Luca, but he's not there to receive it. He'll hang around just to be annoying. Arrow tries to get a touch, but Luca's there to block it. Bagels last back. Does well to make a touch. This ball will be going. If Luca actually blocking it out, maybe looking for the pass, but it wasn't quite able to be reached. And so far, we are just seeing so many ruthless attempts from both teams to make something happen here, Jaegers, but no one able to break through quite yet.
I mean, it's hard to tell who has the more pressure. As Solid Temp is going to get the pass, and Arrow is going to steal this one away from Pinnacle.
And after what feels like an eternity of Reapers just coming at the Pinnacle net, they finally put one through. And after being down, actually, the Reapers make an insane comeback. Now they're up 2-0 in the series.
You've got to feel good if you're a Reapers fan. And on the opposite side, Pinnacle, you got to be disappointed with how that one ended. You were up 3-0 with 2 minutes left, and then you just threw it away to lose in overtime. It's still a young series merely, but that's got to be demoralizing.
And it might be a young series, but still down 2 games can be a difficult hurdle to surmount, as Pinnacle surely feeling the effects, especially losing the last game in that way. Looks like they're just going to be joining up instantly as we head into the next one. Definitely anxious to forget about the last one and just head into the future series. They did seem to have control for the most part in game 2, just in the last 20 seconds. Let it slip through their fingers, and they will definitely regret that, as they're in a much more difficult position now. But there is still plenty of Rocket League to be played. Caden going to hit this one up the field to Zin. Zin gets a touch. It will be blocked out by Arrow. Difficult read, but one that Arrow deals with easily. It'll still be Pinnacle on the counterattack. Caden actually almost an open net. Won't quite be, but he gets the pass off to Zin. And once again, it feels like Zin is the only person scoring for Pinnacle right now.
I mean, over the past 2 games, it looks like it. Man has 4 goals so far, and I mean, off a few great assists by Pinnacle.
Most definitely, and it definitely hasn't just been Zin scoring by himself. But he has been clinical with taking control of the guy's opportunities. Here comes Luca looking for a shot of his own. Won't quite be good enough. But still some more pressure for Pinnacle, as Arrow tries to get this one clear. Ball will bounce only as far as Luca. And Zin there for the touch. Can't follow for the double. But Pinnacle's still hanging around. Arrow finally gets a solid clear. And this could be to Bagels. Almost faster than Luca, but Luca will make it back in time. And oh no, disaster, as Arrow can't find the touch. And the Reapers will go down 2-0.
That's something you don't see very often. Arrow with a mechanical misplay. But Luke, he's going to cheat up a little too much, and Luca's going to make him pay with the long snipe.
And really, that's not a goal that should ever go in at the tie-in level. But mistakes happen. You just have to try to brush them off. Hopefully the Reapers aren't getting overly confident after getting the first 2 games in the series. The Pinnacle is not a team that you can sleep on. Never in your life.
It kind of seems like after they took that 3-0 lead, they let off the gas a little bit in that last one. And I mean, look for them to keep up the pressure in this one.
I definitely think they will. Not too thrilled about going to overtime after that one, and they will go up 3-0 once again, has a nice angle by Luca to get this one on target.
Luca with the acrobatic shot. Sometimes you gotta bounce it to let it in, Mealy, and that's what he did.
The bounce shot is rarely a bad option. I find it to be extremely viable. But then again, I'm not Titan, so maybe he didn't mean to bounce it in. It was just a larger play. But regardless, Pinnacle will go up 3-0 again. See if they can hold on to the lead this time. Have confidence that they will be more careful than in the previous game. But still, the Reapers we've seen, when they pop off, can be difficult to stop. This one, Caden just going to cleanly beat the defender. Won't quite be on target, as there was someone there to stop it. But Caden gets a touch over one. That one's off backboard. Arrow meets it before it does touch the back. And Zin is off the backboard here. You know, we said that they might be more careful holding on to this 3-0 lead, but so far they look just as confident as they did last game.
I mean, Pinnacle's playstyle has always been playing reckless. And they're showing it this game with the, it's almost like they're freestyling merely.
I mean, they pretty much are. If, honestly, like, this is the purest form of freestyling. They're just going with the flow, doing whatever they feel like, it seems, but it's still working because they can keep the ball out of their net.
It's a bit different than last game, as Luke's gonna get a shot there. But I mean, it's just always fun to see Titan gameplay because, like, they're so mechanical and they don't do stupid stuff 90% of the time. I mean, it's a spectacle to watch.
Yeah, well, I would say they don't do stupid stuff. Just the stupid stuff they do, they know is stupid, so they do it intelligently. If that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't. But they just know the game so well. They know that when they can challenge, when they cannot, when they can make mechanical plays, and when they have to respect the opponent's space. And because of that, we get a real treat. This one is definitely no different. With a minute 20 now, Reapers, if they want to extend this to 3-0, going to have to find something very quickly here. As Arrow gets a nice 50 attempt there, followed up. Bagels gets it past yet another defender. This could be a big opportunity, but the pre-jump from Caden reading the flick perfectly. And now if Pinnacle can just retain possession for a little bit longer, they'll be poised to take this game and bring it within one. Reapers do not want that to happen, though. This one will go off to Bagels. Decides actually not to commit for the shot opportunity. Realized it was a bit too telegraphed. And only 40 seconds left now. Caden tries to get off the backboard. Won't find it. And Pinnacle, it seems, has realized that their win condition is not scoring more goals here, just preventing the Reapers from scoring any of themselves. So they're playing very defensively. Zin making a nice save there. And Caden's pre-flip, actually, that one's going to go on target. And, you know, they might not have to score, but if they can do it, if they could do it with style, they will. Caden at the last end of the rotation of his pre-flip.
Tim just not able to make it back in time, and Pinnacle's gonna shoot a long one there. They both have the same amount of saves merely, but Pinnacle's just stayed on offense for the entire game, and I mean, it's paying off for them.
And that's been the real difference that we've seen. Like you said, a lot of a lot of saves, excuse me, but the shots for Pinnacle have just heavily outweighed the shots for the Reapers, who did have massive amounts of shots in the past two games, but this one just weren't able to find the same amount of pressure. Now Pinnacle only within one game, definitely still in this series, and it seems like it's the Reapers who really need to change something up if they want to be able to deal with this Pinnacle offense.
I mean, be it demos, be it bumps, being it just taking more shots and hoping for the best. I mean, it really seems like Pinnacle just woke up this last game, and Reapers didn't have an answer for it.
And if Pinnacle did wake up, then you better be scared, Reapers, because Pinnacle, when they are playing at their fullest, is a scary sight to behold. Reapers experiencing it for firsthand, but they still do have a lead in the series. They can just try to build on that. No doubt they can take this one home and advance onto the grand finals. But first they have to get through two more games, and Zin will shut that one down. A huge read on the defender, and once again, Pinnacle score first.
Bagel's a little awkward there. Tries to take it slow, and Zenvez is going to punish him for it. And they take a 1 goal lead. I believe they scored 6 seconds in the last game too.
That was either the last game or the game before. I know that in the last 3 games, Pinnacle has scored the first goal. They've just been, I want to say dominating, but it was only in the last game that they did that. Going up 4-0. The Reapers definitely will not want a repeat of that situation. Looking to get some opportunities of their own. Here comes Bagels looking for the pass to Arrow. Shut down quickly though, Zin making it there with plenty of time to spare. Pinnacle will be right back on offense. Caden trying to take this one to the sky. Shut down by Bagels. Will be sent out as Zin tries to get his team another opportunity.
Whoa.
Caden backflipping off of the ball. Luca had the shot, but it won't quite be good enough. Just barely going off the crossbar. The accuracy has not really been an issue for Pinnacle in this series, but that shot there was just barely off target. A high-stakes shot, regardless. But Pinnacle might be wishing they had that one back. Temp can't quite get the shot on target. The hit was off the backboard, and it was a free ball. The Reapers still might have an opportunity here. This one going to go middle. Temp now actually flips past the ball entirely. Can Pinnacle capitalize on this? They won't quite be able to. That was not what you want to see from the Reapers. Just a huge missed touch. Pinnacle couldn't capitalize, and they will capitalize now, or excuse me, the Reapers will, as Caden caught just barely off the goal line, or Luca, excuse me, and that's a shot.
Arrow's just going to catch Luca creeping up a little bit here. And, I mean, that play went a lot better than I thought it would, merely, because whenever Tim missed that ball right there, I thought that was just another goal for Pinnacle. But Reapers did well to equalize the score. Oh my goodness.
And Pinnacle almost equalizing themselves. It's a huge clear, almost went on target. I definitely thought that we might be seeing a counterattack from Pinnacle after that miss, but the Reapers did very well to readjust from their mistake, capitalizing themselves. Now we will be all tied up here at 1-1. 3 minutes remaining. It's anybody's game now. And Temp tries to get a pass over. Bagels will take possession. It's a nice 50. The Reaper's going to try to put this one off the backboard. Can't quite find anything. And Temp with another hit that's a little bit behind him. Won't be in a good position. And in fact, Bagels going to somewhat pass to the attacker. That'll be a goal for Pinnacle.
Bagels just going to have the awkward touch here. And he's going to pass it directly to Caden's nose, who's going to put it in for the lead.
And now Pinnacle with the lead once again. It has been hard for the Reapers to come back from these. They did it once from an even bigger deficit. Can they do it again? Bagels looks for the double. Does get the second touch, but it won't be on target. Although Temp here with another opportunity. Zin with a huge pre-jump. I don't even know how he read that one. But regardless, he gets in the way. And the Reapers play shut down once again. Luca looking for the possession. Gets it past one. Might be able to get the pre-flip past another. The 50 will be good. Bagels takes this one to the side. Pinnacle's still looking like they're warming up. I mean, they look like they're playing much better now than they were in the beginning of the season. Or the series, excuse me. As the mistakes seem to have evaporated that they found earlier on.
I mean, they're playing a lot better than they did at the beginning of the season also, merely. But, I mean, they're just out shooting Reapers 7-2. And, I mean, any time you outshoot a team, 90% of the time, you should be winning that series. Or that game, excuse me.
That's a very valid point. You know, the name of the game is not necessarily to take as many shots as possible. It's to score as many goals as possible. But, you know, sometimes the two do go hand in hand. And Pinnacle's still with the advantage here. A minute remaining. We'll be hoping to close this one out. Caden looking for the pre-flip. Won't quite be spicy enough to go on target or be passed. But
what did... Huh?
Still, that confidence might put some fear in the hearts of Reapers, regardless. As Caden got to take his time here. Gets a high touch. Going to continue to air dribble this one. The pre-jump from both the defender and the attacker will fail. Neither making contact, but this could be another opportunity for the Pinnacle. That one will be sent out, though. Respawn just in time, did Temp. And there is another shot on target. Zin, he just comes from out of nowhere. It's like the third time this game alone that I've seen him just materialize out of thin air and make a crazy save.
Zin only being credited with one save. Clear, like probably made at least 3 or 4. But I mean, Pinnacle, they're not playing like a team that's down 2-1 in a series. They're playing like they're on the verge of sweeping them, and I mean that's just how they play.
That's literally just how they play. They play with full confidence 24/7. And when it works, it works. When it doesn't work, well, sometimes it still works. There were some shaky moments during this game alone, but they managed to hold on. And the Reaper's not going to be able to come back this time. Pinnacle in a good spot here now, 2-2. Have the momentum in their favor. And I really feel like it's on the Reapers to figure out how to take down this Pinnacle offense in the remaining games.
Reapers really need to win this next one because they just dropped 2 to. It seems like almost peaking Pinnacle roster. I'm sure they could play better, but I mean, anytime you're playing with a sub, you want the advantage, and Reapers just really need this one.
They definitely do. It'll be difficult if they lose 3 games in a row. Not
Uh,
impossible, of course, as they still have 2. Only need 1 more to be on match point, and then another one after that in order to be able to take the series. But still, a difficult task ahead of them if they do lose this one. This game is always a critical one, it feels, in best of sevens, especially. The 5th game where we will see who manages to gain the final advantage in close series. And let's see who gets it this time. Luca will
Mu-
get the clear.
I was gonna say merely. I think you might want to go into steady play-by-play mode. Oh, never mind. Rockerman's back in the lobby. We Rockerman had a little mishap, accidentally dipped from the lobby,
Oh,
but nothing important happened, so we're all good.
Rocket League did it to him. He was stabbed in the back. Rockerman is Caesar, and Rocket League is who's the guy who stabbed Caesar? Okay, it's not important. That metaphor is busted. Regardless, we are back with more Rocket League. As nothing much has happened yet. No goal scored in the first 6 seconds, making this an atypical Pinnacle versus Reapers game. But still, there has been noteworthy occurrences as Caden will find a touch here. Zin pre-jumps a imaginary attacker. The ball will be a little bit awkward in the half for Pinnacle, but a huge
Oh,
clear, and
what a
Caden with the shot
pass.
on target. A lightning fast counter attack, and Pinnacle up once again.
Pinnacle's just gonna catch the Reapers lacking, and there's no Reaper player within a mile of the goal.
No, I'm not sure where they all evacuated to. Maybe they were in Louisiana. They heard the hurricane warning. They thought they had to evacuate themselves, but regardless, there was no one left in that net. And Pinnacle not with a free goal by any means. Still a very impressive mechanical display from Caden. But Reapers now will have to fight from behind once again. They've only been successful 1 out of 3 times so far in this series. But this could be the second, as Caden tries to get a 50. Good read by the defender, though. Zin can't quite find any success with this. Luca to Zin.
Oh
Zin
my
on
goodness.
target, and Pinnacle are finding each other in spectacular ways.
Pinnacle just looks like they're in peak form as Zin's got pressure, then force a mistake, and Lou's just gonna dime it up to Zinvez, who slots it in.
And Zin was only really there off of a previous failed opportunity, but he decided to hang around for a second longer.
Oh my goodness.
That decision was definitely the right one, as he ended up being in the perfect spot for the pass. Pinnacle now up 2-0 once again. Definitely feeling good. Feeling like their chances have elevated from being down 2-0 in the series to being even, and now in the lead for game number 5. And Lou getting a flip reset here. It was so low. but still somewhat scary for the Reapers. They really have to try and switch something up here if they want a chance to come back. Now still half the game remaining, but Pinnacle does not seem to be letting up anytime soon.
No,
As Luca actually,
they definitely learned from I believe it was game 2 where they blew a 3-0 lead. And I mean, anytime they have the lead now, they're just going all out and keeping the attack up.
it does seem like that. Maybe they realized their main mistake was just giving the Reapers any space at all. Oh my goodness. That was almost a disastrous play for the Pinnacle lineup, but they were able to avoid it, getting back at the last second. And still retaining their 2-goal advantage. Maybe not for long. Temp looks for the pass middle. No one there to receive it. This ball will go off the Reaper's backboard once again. That's a
Oh,
huge shot. That one's actually just going to go right in. And Zin, he just is so on point right now.
nearly. What even was that angle? I don't think anyone, not even the Reapers, were expecting that shot.
I don't think they were. And when I saw the ball bounce off the backboard, I looked at it and I thought, yeah, someone could score this.
Oh my
Like, it's not out of the
goodness.
realm of possibility. And Luca coming through with the double tap. It just looks like they're unstoppable right now, is Pinnacle.
I mean, if you're Reapers, you need a hard reset or something because I mean, Pinnacle is just absolutely going nuts, and they're not hitting normal goals merely. They're just like they're hitting double taps, uh, insane redirects. Pinnacle just can't be stopped right now.
It definitely seems that way. And with a minute 20 remaining, still 4 goals down, it doesn't seem like the Reapers will be able to take this one. It's still possible, but it won't be easy. Reapers potentially right now really feeling the loss of who cannot
Oh,
necessarily be considered the sole carry, but definitely an important part of the roster in Snack. And that will be another goal for Pinnacle. Now 5 goals up. This game is surely done and dusted.
I mean, Pinnacle's just bringing out the passing plays, and like the passing plays aren't even needed. You know, they're just doing it because they can. And like you said, it's really looking like Reapers are missing Snack, who was a very important part of that season 4 Pinnacle roster. Not Pinnacle roster, the Reaper roster. And I mean, anytime like you have to change up a rotation, even with one player, it seems to change everything.
And it just might, once
Oh,
again, saying that,
what
why
the?
is in there? What in the world? What are these plays that Pinnacle is going for now? They're just completely off the hinges.
What? Luca just hit an astral pinch up to Kaden, and like Kaden was just about to pass it down and just mess that up. I
I
mean,
don't even
are
know
we
what we're
clipping
witnessing right
these
now.
shots merely? Like, what's going on?
Nope, can only clip them if they score and they don't bounce. Otherwise, can't clip it. Sorry. Freestyle rules.
I respect it.
But either way, we are just seeing an absolute performance here. A stomping in game number 5 from Pinnacle. Reaper's going to have to reach down deep if they want to come back. They only need one more game to tie it up, which is a good look for them. But the hard part is that they're going up against Pinnacle, who are not easy to even take one game off of.
I mean, they took 2 off of them, did good for that. And it looks like Reapers are taking a tactical timeout here. Can't say it's not needed merely.
Yeah, the tactical timeout here definitely a smart play, as they will take up the full 60 seconds in between games, and I believe a full 60 seconds after that. Not exactly sure how the tactical timeouts work, but either way, they will get a nice reset period. Hopefully, be able to figure some stuff out. But they've got quite a bit to figure out, Jaegers, and they've got to figure it out fast if they want a chance at coming back in this one.
I I mean, Pinnacle's just kind of like clipping on them. Like, how do you stop a peaking Pinnacle? They're just passing just to pass, not even to score. You know, they're doing astral pinches up to pre jumps. Like I don't know how you stop that.
I really don't know how you stop it either, and I mean, maybe some effect could be trying to just remove more players from the field. I always say it, but demos are a very useful strategy. They've been going for some, but even more might not hurt. Trying to get some passing plays of their own. It just feels like the coordination isn't on the same level for the Reapers as is for Pinnacle right now. I definitely don't think they have as much playtime with their substitute, who I might add has not been playing poorly whatsoever. In
Not at all.
fact, he's been a large part of the reason I feel that the Reapers have even been able to take 2 games, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to take down Pinnacle, bring us to yet another game 7 on the night. It'll all start in this one. I think we do still have a little bit of tactical timeout remaining, but I'm really curious to see if the Reapers can bring it back. I believe in them to at least bring us to a game 7, though. I really think it'll happen.
No, I believe it'll happen, and honestly, merely I'm hoping it'll happen. I mean, Bagels has a really tactical mind, great mind for Rocket League, and I mean, even then, like Timp isn't playing bad. He's putting his shots on target. It might just be messing up the rotations just a little bit, just enough for Pinnacle to capitalize. Uh, I mean, Reapers aren't playing bad. Pinnacle is just playing good.
Yeah, I mean, and it's hard to find a day when Pinnacle isn't playing well. I still don't think this is them at their absolute peak. They look like they're still
No,
messing around. But regardless, it's a very difficult ask to take them down right now. Let's see if the Reapers can do it. This one off the sidewall. Luca there for the redirect. It's going to go to Zin, who actually misses the shot. That was an open net and not the most difficult one. I will add, I'm pretty sure that was definitely extremely scoreable.
oh,
And another double touch opportunity. I think Luca was expecting the defender there to make contact, but they just didn't. And Pinnacle remains scoreless despite some clear opportunities in the early seconds of Game 6.
I mean, it's not because Pinnacle aren't taking shots, because they are lasering them on target. And look for the Reapers to get a bit more attack here, as it looks like Bagels was about to pass it down, but Pinnacle does well to avoid it. And Zinvez is going
Oh
to
my.
dunk the life out of the defense for the early 1-0 lead.
And just coming through like a freight train. Zin, I mean, we kind of called him out a little bit earlier in the series for lacking in his defensive performance, but he has really showed up and has been one of the big reasons that Pinnacle has been able to gain an advantage. He just cannot stop scoring goals in this series.
Right. Said that. He's going to get another one right there off the kickoff. Just catches the defense slacking a little bit, and Pinnacle takes the early 2-0 lead.
What's the opposite of Caster's Curse? Because I don't think I've ever experienced it before.
I I couldn't tell you, merely. I've never been in this position before. I don't know.
Really strange times we're living in. Either way, Zin continuing to pop off, and this is an all too familiar position. We've seen it for the last 5 games now. Pinnacle taking the early lead, going up by 2 or more. And they've been able to hold on for 3 of
Oh,
those games. But can they hold on for another one? We'll have to find out. As Zin looking to take this one, air dribbling it past at least one. Never mind. Temple shut him down immediately. All too readable for the young sub who has showed up big. This ball will get 50'd out. Could be dangerous for Pinnacle, but Zin there for the read. Gets to an arrow popping up to his teammate.
oh,
Temp
what
there
a
for the shot.
pass!
It's a great shot, but just a tiny bit too slow. Luca able to make the save with ease. And not much to amount for the Reapers so far, but they still have pressure. Not wise to double commit there on that opportunity, as the resources might have been expanded just a little bit too much. They still will have an attack though. Temp taking this one under control. But Luca with the shutdown. This ball will bounce off the corner. Another high ball, but Luca with a huge
Oh,
clear. This one's going to
man.
go off the backboard, narrowly missing the net even. So close. The Pinnacle still even doesn't need to score here. They just need to hold on for 2 minutes longer. Now we're more than halfway through the game, and this is where the Reapers really need to start showing up. Arrow gets a shot on target, but Caden in a brilliant position, and the Reapers just cannot break through right now, Jaegers.
No, Pinnacle's defense is looking extremely impenetrable, and they're turning it into great counterattacks. I couldn't tell you how Reapers can get through this defense. As you know, it's a good defense, is a good offense, and Zinvez is going to put another one past the Reapers defense.
And that is just so brutal. He gets a 50 past one off of just the weirdest challenge I think I've seen all day. And then Bagels just a little bit too passive on the 50, stays too low. Zin takes the high road, and he'll come away with the goal even off of that one. Just absolutely brutal from Pinnacle. And now the Reapers have even more work to do. As Arrow will send this one through. Bagels can't quite find the shot. Temp looking for the air dribble. Only gets a 50 and it'll only be sent back. Although possession still remains in the Reaper's hands. Arrow can't quite find the touch. And the fake from Arrow. Caden and Luca both expecting this shot. Or Caden and Zin, excuse me. But that one's just going to drop in.
It kind of looked like they got even a moment of hesitation. And, I mean, honestly, merely, I have no idea how that went in.
I don't really have much of a clue myself, but regardless, it did go in, and I'm happy to see it because I do want this one to go to Game 7.
Oh,
the Reapers still have a little bit of work to do. Almost getting a 50 of their own on target, but the ball will be sent right back into their own half.
Oh,
and
man,
right back into their own net, even Temp. Reflexes of a cat as he barely jumps up, is able to make that save. No way he was expecting that one to go on target, but he was there just in case. Blocks the shot with efficiency. Now here comes Temp, looking for the air dribble. Gets it past everyone. This one's going to be down. Arrow can make the shot, and now only one goal. It is so possible for the Reapers. They just need one more.
I mean, Temp is making plays on both ends of the field, and if you're Pinnacle, you have to be nervous here, especially after being in this position earlier in the series.
Well, I don't really know if Pinnacle does get nervous because sometimes they seem like aliens who just play at full confidence no matter what. But in this position, there is definitely a possibility that they can lose this game and send us to Game 7. And for that, they might just be a little bit scared. Still, 30 seconds remaining. Pinnacle can still hold on, but it will be tough. Luca gets this hit middle. Caden and Bagels both up for this, but Bagels will get the beat. Now only one defender back, but he rushes in. Zin makes a smart play there, and he'll almost get the goal.
What a save!
Barely with the 50, but the Reapers need to score now or else their season entirely is over. Zin gets this one, not quite on target. Now 1 second left. All the Pinnacle has to do is kill this ball. It'll go free. Luca not interested in keeping it up, and Pinnacle will take the series 4-2.
Pinnacle's gonna punch their ticket to the grand finals with, honestly, if you let go of those first two games, it was a great showing by them.
Even with the first two games, I would still credit them. The second one, it felt like they left off the gas just a little bit, and Reapers were able to grab hold and really come through and bring it to Pinnacle, taking them to overtime and eventually winning the game. But after that one, Pinnacle just were not interested in messing around anymore, taking 4 games in a row. I know there's a gentleman's sweep if you allow your team, the opposite team, to win one game. I'm not really sure what if it still counts as any kind of sweep if you allow your opposition team to win 2 games, but regardless, Pinnacle with an extremely impressive performance, and with the rest of the playoffs to go, definitely excited to see them in the grand finals.
Oh, it should be a good one. And I mean, if I'm Pinnacle's opponent, whoever that is, uh, I would be nervous merely.
I would be nervous as well. You know what? I'm nervous even though I'm not in Titan League. I'm not even playing this season, but even I'm a little bit scared knowing that Pinnacle exists out there somewhere. But either way, we will get the chance to see them again on this Saturday in Grand Finals. But before then, coming up on Wednesday, we've got the last round of semifinals. We'll see who the last teams to make it into the Grand Finals will be. And honestly, if they're as exciting as the series today were, I am could not be more hyped for the matchups. We've had some insane playoffs so far. You really see how un how unset everything is, for lack of a better word. Everything seems so up in the air. We've seen upsets here, uh, upsets there, and it just keeps going. But we will be back on Wednesday for some more action. You guys definitely won't want to miss that. We're all done for now. It was a pleasure casting for you, Jaegers, and thank you once again to Pinnacle and the Reapers for showing up, giving us a nice showing here. Good match to end the stream on. GG's to everyone, and you all have a beautiful night.
See ya.